Cannonball!
Let's go! Woo! You just let that thing run for a minute. How about that?
I just knew. I was like, I know where this is going. I'm going to put my finger on the button.
Ready to rock.
Just waiting for the point.
Can I apologize? I think we need to wring this out. I got a little bit of slob right there. Just a little bit on the end. Sorry about that.
I need to get some spray. Just spray them down.
A little Lysol or something. Man, I don't know where my mouth has been.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
This is Cannonballing Life with Coach and Derrick.
I like it. It's nice. Yeah.
Motivate with Coach Camp is the one-stop shop for all positivity.
And motivation.
And motivation.
Right on cue, baby.
Yeah, and then, there's a company, a business, a very small business.
Does it start with an S?
And then followed by an R.
And then a P.
And then a P.
SRP
Studios.
LLC.com. Oh, I like that place. It's very nice there.
And, I want to sing more. So this is how and we sing every week.
Yes.
When telling everyone about how they can communicate with us.
They can. But what's the best way to communicate sometimes?
Cannonballing Life at
gmail.com. Woo! Baby! Yeah.
We are knuckleheads.
Man, that made my lungs clear out. Whew, that's good. I got a little dizzy though, I ain't gonna lie.
We try to bring the positivity, right, Coach? That is what this show is all about. Having fun.
Levity is medicine.
I like
I'm
that.
a paramedic. I know these things.
For sure.
It's true.
Absolutely. So Positive Voice is a wonderful Facebook group.
Closing in on, I think we're over 1,100 now. Man. So it's really growing.
That's really exciting.
That's pretty fun.
It's not easy to grow groups sometimes.
It's not easy to grow groups.
And being a positive one without dumpster fires.
I know. And the best way they can do that is to help us along the way donating at Motivate with Coach Camp on Venmo.
At Motivate with Coach Camp.
Yeah, that's right. Little @ symbol.
Links are in the description.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, man? How are you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Look, this whole morning, I got up this morning, I look at my window. I don't know if you live in the South, this is going to resonate. If you live up north or out west, what I'm about to say makes no sense to you. You're like, I don't even know what that means. But at 6:30 when you wake up and you look at your window, and it is a full film of condensation. You're about to walk into an oven outside at 6:30. I got up and ran at 7 this morning. Immediately, I stepped out the door, dripping sweat.
It's thick.
Man.
But hey, it comes around every year.
Every year.
And it always feels like everyone's shocked and surprised. I can't believe how hot it is.
I know. It is what it is, right?
I mean, it's hot.
Got to live with it. Got to go with it. I didn't stop my run. I sweated it a lot.
Sweated it.
I did. And I got dehydrated, but I'm good.
Sweated it.
I'm good. It's fine now. I got my coffee and everything, so things are working out. Thank you.
But it is steamy out there. Luckily, the AC in this building is doing pretty good.
Yeah. Was it the heat that had a problem?
Well, no, everything.
Everything did have a problem.
When Manny first and I, we kind of moved in the same time, honestly. Yeah. There was some issues that had to be addressed. HVAC had to come and tweak some things.
Well, it's working now.
We were worried about the heat because we moved in January, so it was dead winter. So we would walk in and be an ice box, and like, how do we get this heat up? And then,
I know,
but it's good now.
Yeah, it's good. It's very comfortable. I came in downstairs. Of course, it's hot outside, and immediately I was just like, like on a refrigerator. This is nice. Immediately, I started smelling better. It's weird. When I was walking, I didn't feel like I was chafing as much. Things were really working out. So, anyways, how are you doing?
Good. You
look good.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
So I have color in my skin?
You got color in your skin. Your eyes are not sunk in. They've come back to normal. Yep, there they are. They're back. Oh, hello.
Hey.
I see you. Yeah, so things are back. I feel like that we're really hitting some stride here. What are we in July now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're over the hump. We're over halfway through the year.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy?
June 30th was the halfway point.
Yeah, school's right around the corner, which officially starts in July.
July 31st.
At least here in Hernando.
I know.
July 31st. Why are you creeping into the summer break?
Dude, they're going to eventually just go year round.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Isn't Tate County doing that now?
Tate County's already doing that. For those of you that are in England right now, it's a county just down the road. So it's just, think about a parish, or what do they have over there?
I have no idea.
All right. So think about your, whatever that is over there, and that's where it's at. So
Parish, that's Louisiana.
Oh, that's true.
They don't have counties. They have parishes, I believe, right?
What do they have in Canada?
Provinces.
Provinces. That's another P word. Yeah, we're double P's. Double P's. PP.
SRP.
SRPP.com. I remember I did that one time. Anyways, yeah.
But my daughter's a senior. Yours is going to be a junior.
Correct.
But one more year, I'm out.
I'm going to tell
I'm not
something.
going to have to worry about any of this anymore.
That's true.
Until she goes to college, but that's a different
it's
flow.
all a different thing. Yeah.
Totally different flow. You know, your standard schooling from K through 12, it's like, I feel like I'm going to be graduating too.
Oh, trust me, Alicia is going. She's having a hard time going into her junior year right now. Alicia, I'm not talking about Maddie. I'm talking about Alicia's going into her junior year because she's in this process with Maddie.
Yeah, and emotionally because she's growing up too fast, or just stressed over the, having to re-register and all this stuff.
But it's more so because I think Alicia doesn't want to graduate herself.
She likes She
likes being involved.
Yeah.
In the activities.
And I do too. Yep. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'm sure.
I love it. My daughter sings in choir. I mean, I love all the things.
Yeah.
But logistically, it can be a headache sometimes. With that said, she's now officially licensed and insured to be a legal motorist.
Hey, did she paint her spot?
Not yet.
Okay.
By the time this comes out, hopefully her and I have already gone out to get the paint. But we plan on going to Sherwin-Williams to get this. It's a very specific paint. It is a water-based vinyl paint.
So how do they get that off? Pressure washer?
I have no idea.
Okay. But Magic's what I'm going to say.
Magic. Yeah. Magic's like whoosh. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're getting that paint, but she has her own car now. Okay. She's licensed, insured. It's all boom. And, there's those epic shifts, those seismic shifts in your life that sometimes you don't even realize happen until it's happened. And specifically to raising kids. I mean, and
sure.
All the parents out there know. You don't realize it, then one day you're like, oh, wow, I haven't tied my child's shoes in months. Mm-hmm. It's like now your kid does it. One less thing you have to do. But you don't realize, it's not like you sit and be like, today's the day, is the last day I tie your shoes. Maybe some parents say, look, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. No more. I'm tying your shoes today and you're on your own. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Life moments slip by and you don't recognize it till some time. And then, by the time my mom was, she's like, I haven't gotten Jason out of jail in a long time. It's like, he gets himself out now. So that's wow. He can bond himself.
He can bond himself. Right.
This is weird.
So, but when it comes to her getting licensed in a car, one thing when she got her license, that changed a little bit, but she still had to either borrow my car or her mom's car or whatever. There was still a lot of logistics to think about.
So she has her own car now.
But now she has her own car, and that is such a seismic shift for both sides, her and myself. Her independence and my independence.
Yeah.
Of the taxiing. Now, with that said, I'm going to miss a lot of it because that's how, I love driving with her. We have fun. We cut up. Sometimes she's needing to cry about something.
Okay.
I'm there. Yeah. Right? Listening to music. I've listened to a lot of Billie Eilish. In my years because of her.
I only know one song from her.
Oh, she's got all kinds of good stuff.
I don't know the song, but I just know of a song.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. I believe you.
But yeah, so now here we are, and so that's such a seismic shift to now not have to worry about her work schedule, because that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Going into this summer, I was like, we're going to get you a job. And I helped her, and she was at Bricks and Minifigs for a while. And now she's at Dunkin' Donuts.
She like it there still?
Oh, she's not there anymore. She had two jobs at once.
Yeah.
At one point. She liked it at Bricks and Minifigs. And then she was like, Dad, I think I'd like to try Dunkin' Donuts.
But she's still at Dunkin'.
Yeah, she loves Dunkin' Donuts.
Is it true? Do a lot of police officers go there? I'm curious about that. I don't know. I was never a cop. I was always a firefighter. We ate pizza.
They don't like donuts anymore. I think that to get away from the joke, they're like, no more donuts, y'all.
Oh, wow. Man, what about Eclairs? Is that the same thing? It's a cousin.
No, that's the loophole. They can get
it at Eclair.
Like a Boston cream.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
But anyway, so coming into the summer, I was like, yeah, we're going to get you a good job. And then it's like, oh my God, it's more driving, more logistics. And that's why these parents that have multiple kids that are all playing different sports, know this.
It's crazy.
Wow.
That's how come people become Mormons, so you can have more wives and transport the kids around. That's something I read. I don't know if that's accurate. That's something I read. It was in a magazine.
There was a time, I believe that was true.
It's like, hey, look, we got to bring in some more wives. We need more help. We got too many children.
Too many.
Right now, my brother would have like 6. He's like, I got all these kids. I got to have some help. I got to have some help.
I mean, your brother, his family is stacked with kids.
Look, if I need guests, I'm loaded. Right. So like I had my nephew on the Motivate show.
Yes, which will be, as you watch this, will be out in a few weeks.
Yeah.
On the Monday show, you had your nephew Hunter.
Yep. He was on here. Had my brother, Hunter's dad, on our Cannonball show. And
we had Miss Alicia.
I think he had a stroke at one point.
Can you quit
Miss Alicia?
That is so sexy. I love it. Sometimes she'll say that just to get me in the mood.
And then Maddie Camp twice.
Yeah. Oh, she's bringing the thunder.
Yeah.
And Zach twice. So now what I'm hearing is Skylar and Mama D got to step up to the table.
My family's got to step up
to the table.
Yeah.
Hey, bull. Yes.
But
come on up.
So daughter.
Yes.
Going to be a senior.
Hey, what about LaShawn?
Got to drive. Got a car
in here too. Could get LaShawn.
Oh, and she said she would do it.
We're going to do her. LaShawn, you're coming in.
All right, we're going to do this.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I know working and stuff.
Oh, I have all kinds of people. We got my buddy Jeff in.
True story.
Did get Jeff Ward in here.
I love him.
But speaking of that, while he comes up, just real quick.
Yeah.
The Rhythm Section podcast is officially in its season break. This past Tuesday, as you were listening to this show on Publish Day, the past Tuesday on the 8th, me and Jeff had our little, what we do is our season capper, if you will.
Yeah.
It's not a traditional episode where we're interviewing anyone. It's just the Derrick and Jeff show. And we thank all our sponsors. We run through the guests of the season. And then what was interesting this time is we thank the audience.
Sure.
But we did it in a way that showed their handiwork, the work they put in.
Oh, that's
to
good.
help the show grow, and that's by giving everyone analytics.
That's sending a solid shout out. I like that.
We gave it the views and the downloads.
So like what we were going over the other day, looking at
all
your
those
computer.
things.
Yeah,
any stat that qualified action, that equaled action by an audience person, fan, if you will. As like, hey, because look. And it goes for this show. It goes for Motivate with Coach Camp, the Real Hernando, the Rhythm Section podcast, what I do as a producer, everything. Like, this is a lot of work that goes into all these things.
There's a lot of work.
Built up to when you hit the publish button. Boom.
Yeah, but it is fun, too. That's what
it's great.
That's what makes it work.
Right. But you hit publish on YouTube and Apple, Spotify. You hit publish on some of the clips that you put on socials. Okay, that's great. All the production's done. It's scheduled. And it publishes. After that, it's really up to the audience to help. Yeah. Now it's your turn. And when you have an audience that steps up and does their part in watching, listening.
That keeps you motivated.
Sharing,
keeps
commenting,
you laser
liking.
focused.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's why we looked at our stats. I was kind of surprised. Surprised, not surprised. Cannonball is catching up. It's almost called Motivate with Coach Camp on subscribers, downloads, views, impressions. We're right around 15 million. So, I mean, it's like,
I know.
What
it's coming along.
happening?
I mean, it's coming along, everybody.
At some point, you're going to be on the red carpet, Derrick. People are going to be talking about, have y'all seen Derrick and show? Oh, he's got a nice T-shirt on this week. And it's just going to, you're going to walk down the red carpet and be like, look, because there are people that have wore like meat suits. Yeah. And so we're going to look pretty normal, but we're from Mississippi. And so, well, I know you're from Maine, but you're now from Mississippi.
I'm a Mississippian.
You're a Mississippian. And we'll walk through there. We're going to have our stuff.
Mississippian.
It's going to be nice, man. You know, speaking of musicians and that, did I tell you I'm going to the Creed concert?
Yeah.
Okay, I did tell you that. Yeah, that's right.
FedEx, right?
At FedEx Forum, they got Daughtry, and then there's a few other.
Yeah, and we mentioned
that's right.
Three Doors Down was supposed to be on the show.
So I'm going to see if Creed can come on your rhythm section. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I'm going to show them my boobies. So I think that's going to get their attention, and then it'll be like, come on down, Mr. Man. And then I'll talk to him, but hey, look, so my buddy got a podcast.
They're going to be like, wow, they're a little freaky down here in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in Memphis, the show.
It'll be in Memphis, so it's almost normal. Just make sure I don't get shot. Pew, pew.
Yeah, if you can get the whole band in here, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to talk to him about it. We'll see what we can get done. I've got friends. So anyways, hey, we were talking about how hot it is too. Did you know this?
Yeah, it's steamy.
And
steamy windows.
For me, there are, I would say, modern day comforts that easily taken for granted until you don't have it. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, let's just go ahead and face it. And I say modern day electricity.
And often, you forget how spoiled
Excuse me.
and fortunate you are to live in a first world.
And breathing. I was taking that for granted until I just got choked, and now I'm back to breathing. So now I'm like, thank God I'm breathing. So many first world things. Indoor plumbing, I like it, but I could do without it for a little while.
No.
I don't want to do without it. But
do you not like smelling good and feeling clean?
But I go get my swimming pool.
Yeah,
if it's warm. Yeah.
But not everyone has a pool, though.
That's true. Well, you got
not everybody has a Ponderosa like one Coach Camp.
You got to probably find a creek. I don't know.
I'm not swimming in a Mississippi Creek.
Oh, well, that's a good point.
I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of snakes and everything else.
Man, ain't that the truth, brother? I'm telling you right now. So, yeah, there are some things, though, that you just think about and you're like, man, I don't know how they did it 200 years ago. I do not know how they did it. And, of course, there are places in the world that are still that way. They don't have electricity, don't have indoor plumbing, all that stuff. I get it. But there are moments, though, that you appreciate you lived through. So this is a long build-up. Sorry. Thanks for taking the ride. And it's funny I say ride because we're getting on a bus. And do you have a honk button over there?
No, I don't.
Honk.
Well, I mean, this one.
That's a version of a honk. I'll take it.
That's an old school Model T Ford.
That's right. And so I remember down here in the South. Now, I can't speak to Maine. That's a long ways up there. It's almost Canada. And here, when I was probably from first grade through maybe even fifth grade, seems like fifth grade is where I probably remember, our buses didn't have air conditioning. None of the buses had air conditioning.
I don't think ours did either.
And some bus drivers were very particular about the windows. If you roll the window, roll, you had little clips and you pull it down. If you pulled your window down and they saw for 1 second a kid put the hand out, boop, everybody put the windows up. It's 7,000 degrees in this freaking bus. And you got us now in the South, Mississippi, in August, putting our windows up. And the bus driver didn't care. You know why? And this is what made me remember this. I saw a bus driving down the road the other day, and it had the old school 2 little bitty circular fans hanging down from the visor area right over the top of the bus driver. Bus driver had the fan going. Yeah. They had double fan action. Everybody in the back, y'all deal with it.
They were taken care of.
They were taken care of. And I thought back and I'm like, man, when you're a kid, you don't know you being abused. But that was how they got you back. If they saw one kid stick the hand out, boop, all the windows up. Now it's 100,000 degrees and y'all gonna deal with it. The other part too that I thought was interesting was those buses, and I don't know how they are now, probably the same way. I haven't been on a bus in a long time. No seatbelts.
No.
I'm like, how in the world did we get? You got seatbelt laws, and the buses don't have seatbelts.
Yeah, I don't.
What is going on there?
Yeah, just a bench.
And you got a bench with a bunch of kids. And I remember this. This is the part where
jumping around and being foolish.
It's nostalgic because it's a memory that was ingrained. I can remember so many times getting on that bus in the evenings, afternoons. And look, I'm about 10, 11, 12. And this is a real strong, I'm going to call it PTSD, but it's a real memory.
Okay.
Getting on a bus and immediately it's so much hotter than the outside ambient air that was 98 as I got on. And I would lean forward on the bus. Look, people out there in the South right now, y'all about to, he tell the truth. He tell the truth. I would lean forward on the bus, on the seat in front of me like this because I'm sleepy and the heat make me tired and I done been in school all day. And when I get back, there'd be like this big sweat ring and just sweat streaming down the back seat.
That green vinyl.
Oh, yes, the green, and your head would stick and it'd and pop off.
I when this topic first came up with you, I was thinking in my head, I wonder if we had AC. And I wouldn't know because, we start school up there in September, at least back when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. You don't need AC in September.
I would say that's true.
I mean, in your house, maybe to still regulate it a little bit to keep it chill, if you will. Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
But not in the bus because then it's come October. You don't need AC anywhere.
Yeah. When you're down here, you might need it into November.
And I, didn't do the bus a whole lot because I ended up moving closer to the schools and riding my bikes and the whole thing and being a walker and then a driver. But to this day, I'll get in my car and it's 100 degrees outside, so it's 135,000 degrees in your car.
Immediately,
and you're like, oh, and you crank your air up, and you're waiting for it to catch up and everything, and you think to yourself, not long ago, if you really think of it, in the grand scheme of things, not very long ago, no cars had AC, and that's what you dealt with. So you just roll the windows down, get some breeze, get some air flowing in here. That's it, and you would just sit in heat all day.
Get out at your work or wherever you're going shopping, and you got sweat all down the front, in the back on your pits, everything thick with sweat. Just, I don't know how we didn't stink more. We probably did. Everybody probably just stunk so much that it all smelled the same.
Go way back. Let's go to the 1700s.
Oh, wow. They didn't have cars then.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But they had heat.
They had heat. I would imagine so.
And wore a lot of clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like the layers and the wool stuff and everything in all summer, in the summer heat. And they didn't have the plumbing we have now.
Yeah.
They were not bathing on a daily, sometimes multiple times per day basis like we do
that's true.
As a civilized group of people.
I saw some pictures in the early years.
Stinky.
And thick.
And if everyone's in a courthouse, let's say, everyone, you see the old footage of people in a big courthouse, right? It's just packed with people that haven't showered or bathed probably in weeks. Super thick clothing, 150,000 degrees in there. What did that place smell like?
Straight dookie.
I mean, they didn't have Glide deodorant back then.
I don't know what the explosion button is, but that's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like and smelled like. Yeah, I saw a picture when they were probably like 10, 11, 12 years old of Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden in 1700s. And that's what they had on. That's what they had on was the thick stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It was so thick. It was
wild.
Crazy. It was wild stuff back then. They were in a courthouse.
So we are very spoiled.
Very spoiled. I don't mind saying it.
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, me too.
But as a people, the air is going to be just right. Now it's just like, your family's fighting. I want it at 72. I want it at 70. I want it at 68. And they fight over it, and it's going to be just right. Go without electricity for a while. Then you realize how, whether you want 72 or 68, be happy that you're within that range.
No doubt about it. Well, so we are in July, which is one of the hot months. August coming up is the next hot month. And we just got past, actually our last episode came out on the 4th.
On the 4th.
Of July. And we had spoken about the 4th coming up on that episode because it was being taped on the Wednesday before Friday.
Right. And thanks to Zachary Camp for being on the show.
That's right. He was a guest last week. And
he did a lot of talking.
So much. He used 10 words. He got all the way to 10. He double digits, which is a big number for him. Yeah, it's something.
So can we just pause on Zach real quick?
I'd love to.
When I was editing it, I could have gone two different ways.
Okay.
I did the way I did it, where whenever we have a guest, after we introduce them, the video screen turns into PIP, picture in picture.
Yep.
Just like as you're watching me and Coach right now, it's just side by side, and I leave it that way.
We're actually in front of each other, which is weird.
Right, and it makes it an easier edit.
Sure.
Where your Monday show, I do more intensive editing where I go back and forth, camera to camera to camera. Whoever's speaking goes back and forth. It's a more professional look. It looks great.
I like it.
But for this, cannonballing,
we're
just having fun.
That's right.
So I do picture in picture. Well, then we have a guest. It's a 3-way picture in picture with the guest in the middle as you're looking at the screen. Okay, great. Well, Zach not only did have large moments of no talking, he had large moments of looking very disinterested.
He was asleep. He was getting power naps.
And I'm like, do I need to scrub through this? So when he's not talking, then it's just Derrick and Coach or this, that, and the other. And I decided, no, I'm going to keep him in there.
Just keep it in there.
Keep him in there. And it's kind of comical. So when you watch it, you just see this 28-year-old in the middle of the screen just looking down.
He's shy.
He's like, shy man. And then we get him involved, and then he'll perk up and talk. Snap. So I left him in the whole time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been like he was barely on the show.
Yeah, he's an idealist, but when it comes to the main stage,
we'll get him. We'll work on him.
Hey, look, I was surprised how much Fly Swatter, she talked a lot more. I was really sure. She even brought that up. She goes, "I think I spoke more than Zach." I said, "I think you did."
Oh, very much more than Zach.
So it's funny. Yeah. Not everybody can do this. Look, I will say this too: the episode coming out with my nephew, he easy talker,
talker,
not a problem. Cameras, lights, action did not bother him a bit. So check that out on the Motivate Show, coming out in a few Mondays from now.
So yeah, you're going back to the 4th of July.
4th of July, it was hot, pretty muggy outside. 4th of July, the actual Friday, went down to the ball fields to watch the fireworks. Did you go anywhere?
I did nothing.
Okay.
Well, shout out to LaShawn.
Okay.
We spent the morning and through the early afternoon together, just hanging out, doing our thing. Nothing, we went out to eat. We like driving around and looking at neighborhoods and looking at houses and that's so we very chill. And then she had to go to Memphis to get ready for a gig, and I stayed home. And I heard the Hernando fireworks from my dad chair.
No doubt about that.
In my apartment.
Yeah.
That's it.
They were pretty good, about 30 minutes long. Interesting story about it, though, was we pulled in, we're in Alicia's Jeep, and there was another guy in the Jeep.
Did you take the top off?
Yeah.
So you're just chilling in the Jeep watching.
The top off and the doors were off. Alicia took no time. She had a 3-day weekend. The whole thing got stripped. I said, you basically have a 4-wheel motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's like a motorcycle right now. And then it's just so much.
So now no AC, of course.
Well, you have it, but it just doesn't work quite the same. It's quickly escaping. So what was funny is we parked, and there was another guy there that we didn't know that was in a Jeep. And I don't know if you know this, but apparently once you get a Jeep, you're in a new family.
Yeah, you do a thing. There's a wave. You got rubber duckies on your dashboard. I just down 51. So you're going 60 miles an hour on 51, right?
At least
somewhere around there, like in the Nesbitt area.
Maybe 80 in some spots.
I'm flying down. I see a Jeep coming up, and I can see from a distance that dashboard is
tons
just
of ducks,
full of ducks.
Duck, no goose.
And then right by me. I was like, there's those ducks.
Ducks everywhere.
And I know about this now because of Alicia.
Yeah. So the guy.
You quit
there we are.
slinging that nasty fly swatter around.
Tell you what, we needed it because there's a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
But the guy next to us, Jeep owner, immediate conversation for like 40 minutes.
What's up with that?
I don't know. They had to talk about, did you see the other package with the such? I'm like, I just went with her to the dealership. We was like, which one do you want?
I wonder if there's a Corolla group out there.
That's a good question.
Is there a special Toyota Corolla wave?
There are things because you got like the Harley Davidson groups, right? So there's certain things but I have not seen a Ram Dodge.
No.
Toyota Corolla. That would be awesome. You should start it. You could be the president.
The president of the Corolla group?
I think you should.
Not Adam Carolla.
Oh, no. That's a different guy. Yeah. He's pretty funny. Wasn't he on the Man Show or something like that?
Yes, with Jimmy Kimmel. Before Jimmy Kimmel was Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, before all of a sudden now he became like, oh, I hate that person. Oh, he's horrible. You were funny back then. Sorry, Jimmy. You're not funny now. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But so you understand the Jeep thing then?
Well, from what I've learned through Alicia.
So obviously you know about it. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so we did that. The fireworks were fine, but what kept getting played that I loved, and if you guys don't know about this, and I hope that I'm educating somebody out there, I think I'm about to educate you, was that day on 4th of July, constantly there's a feed popping up of Back It Up Terry. And you say you don't know about Back It Up Terry.
No.
He's a famous Memphian.
Okay.
You got to look this video up when we're done. And I'm challenging all of you out there. If you don't know about Back It Up Terry, just go to YouTube, Google Back It Up Terry, boom, coming up so you can watch it. And he is a paraplegic, and his wheelchair is next to some firework thing. It's going to shoot up all these fireworks out the top. They light that mug up, and it starts shooting off before he gets out of there. So now all he can do is just lean over.
I have seen this video.
And his friends are like, oh, God, Terry, move back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Okay.
Put it in reverse. That dude got famous from that moment.
So you hear it? When you said you hear it in the background.
Yeah, it's coming up on the phone. You can hear other people playing the video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That video surfaces.
I thought you were going down. This was a song that they piped into the PA system.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Actually, I'm going to encourage that next year. Yeah. No, it's just you hear other people even playing that video. Yeah. So it's like it circles. On 4th of July, that thing will pop up on everybody's feed.
And then sharing it.
Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. And it's funny that he's from Memphis.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know the year, but it's been a while.
So every year it's circulates
I bet it's
back.
been 20 years. I don't know that to be fact, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, when it came out too, it was immediate. It's like, some things are gold. It's like when it happens,
absolutely.
It's like that is gold. It will never go away. Mm-hmm. That is going to be, even like the girl that my wife can't stand got rich and famous from, the Catch Me Outside girl.
The Catch Me Outside girl?
Yeah, she was on Phil Donahue. And she on there acting all tough and bad, and she's talking real ghetto, and they're like, and the audience is giving her a hard time. She goes, "Catch me outside, how about that?" It's a little bit old scrawny white girl, and he's like, "Catch me outside, how about that?"
And that went viral?
And that is viral. And she's a millionaire from
Isn't
it.
that...
I know. Just crazy. That moment.
Don't send me down that road, how you just never know when something's going to go viral.
And all of a sudden you're rich and famous and you are an idiot. And so that's just my opinion.
Well, like the Hawk 2 girl?
Hawk 2, I know. It thinned quickly, but yeah, she was there for a minute.
And she did it wrong. She really tried to capitalize on it. Well, some people know how to keep that lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then others go way above their abilities and fail. Like she started a Bitcoin and all this crazy stuff, and then it's scandalous, and then no, you're out of here. We're done with you.
Yeah.
But she could have done right, still be a influencer. And influencer.
Easy for you to say.
Yes. I mean, you know,
hit that one.
this is where I'm at.
You're the only you need one I need to talk to.
There we go.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
funny.
never know. Some people just, why?
You never know, and you never know how you're going to become an influencer, and that's...
I think you're a great influencer,
you do.
coach.
What am I influencing?
Positivity.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to do.
You deserve to be viral, sir. You do.
I feel like I am right now. I've got some stuff in my chest. I'm trying to work it up. So hopefully I don't pass that on. I'm just trying to get that all the way up. A lot of Hawk 2 of myself.
Where are those antibiotics at?
I need a double dose. I don't know if it's the allergens in the air or if I've got some new strain of COVID. I really don't know, but I have been coughing. I don't think I'm contagious. I've not had a fever.
No.
So maybe it's just...
You look healthy.
Well, thanks. Yeah, my lungs say this is stupid, but everything else is good.
Did you get your runs in today?
I did this morning.
Oh yeah.
Hawk 2 it a lot.
That's right,
myself.
because you saw the condensation on the windows. You're like, oh,
I was like, let's go get this thing. So anyways, real fast, last thing, influencer, Joey Chestnut.
Oh, gross.
4th of July. How do you feel about that?
Gross.
Not a big fan?
I can't watch it.
Yeah, but you can eat a hot dog.
I love hot dogs.
Yeah, because I know you're not a big adventurous eater.
No, but
how many can you eat in one setting?
Oh,
hot dog and bun.
Hot dog and bun.
And you're going full max. All you've had is water all day.
I mean, 3.
Okay.
Comfortably.
All right.
Maybe a 4th one, but I'm not speed eating these things.
Yeah, if you eat 4 though, you're probably pretty full.
Oh yeah. And
almost miserable.
Feeling kind of miserable. Yeah. And shameful.
Okay. A little bit ashamed of yourself. That's fine.
Well, it's after the ice cream. That's when the shame really.
That's the next layer.
Oh, and the piles of chips. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a couple other
and the
things
beans. And
you're like, oh,
and the coleslaw.
Did I do that? Really? All those things? That whole plate? Oh, 2 plates. Wow.
Did I need 2 slices of cake?
I guess I did. I'm celebrating 4th of July. Kaboom. So yeah, it's.
But I cannot watch that stuff.
It is tough to watch.
So gross.
It's kind of like a train wreck where you see it, you maybe don't want to watch it.
Doing this thing,
but the other part of it is I can't look away. I can't look away.
Oh no!
They're taking that bun and stuffing it in water and. Now here's the thing, and you know this about me a little bit. I can't chew and swallow quick. Like I've got to chew the food and then really make sure it's chewed up, or else I get choked. I don't know. Chestnut, he got his jaws like this. They full out, and he's still shoving and swallowing.
Swallowing whole.
I don't even know how you do.
There's no chewing involved with these guys.
I know.
It's gross. And how does his body feel? I mean, do these guys throw up when they're done?
I don't know.
How does their body not reject?
I don't know, but I'm going to go a little there. I'm going there. I can't imagine the size of the turd if they process it. That's got to be the size of this table.
I mean, I know, and it's one thing to power eat like that, but then what they're eating
is.
I mean, the system's like, dude.
I know.
What are you doing?
His stomach's probably just like, oh, here we go again. Let's go. Do you know how many hot dogs he got? Hot dog and bun.
No.
71.
In what time?
10 minutes.
Is that his record?
70. I think it was 71 and a half. No, the record's like, and then don't get me, y'all. Send me a correction if it's like 76, 77.
Was it him?
It was him.
Yeah, so he's the man.
He's the guy.
And so he won again.
Last year, he didn't compete.
And why?
Because another hot dog company picked him up as a sponsor, and he was contractually bound, I guess, to eat their hot dog at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Wow.
And so they would not let him bring another brand in there. I don't know what the brand was. Can't remember that.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's their thing.
It's their thing. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at Nathan's hot dog contest.
No, not at all.
So Joey opted to set out. But what that tells me is that the other place must have paid him pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Because you make money if you win that thing, the Nathan's eating hot dog thing. So he obviously got paid pretty good. It was like worth it to set out that year. And somebody else had a chance to win. But yeah.
I'm sure his body was excited to have a break.
But that's not the only thing he has a championship in. He has eaten his weight in so many other things, from like cheesecake to hamburgers. It's not just hot dogs. The man and his jaw and his mouth is like this. I don't know what that fish is. There's like sharks, but there's a fish like a largemouth bass. That man just opened up, boom, and it fits so much stuff in there. It's nauseating and fascinating.
It's the dipping in the water and slamming it in the mouth.
Yeah. If I get a soggy bread, I don't know. It's like I gag a little bit when I get it to my lip. Right there. I'm like, gotta get off. Gotta get it off. Gotta get it off. Yep. So.
But I love a delicious hot dog.
Oh, me too. Me too. Hey, quick question. Poll time. Does it matter if the hot dog is pork, chicken, or beef?
It does with smoked sausage. I like the worst you can get, the one that has a mixture of all animals and hooves in it. But
just put all that stuff in there. Back it up there.
A good beef frank.
Okay, yeah.
You know, my real question is, and this is sometimes a hot topic here.
Oh, let's go.
Ketchup does not belong on a hot dog. Thank you.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
That's what you said.
Mustard, relish, celery, salt. That's my go-to.
I'm a mustard guy myself. Now, I remember growing
Definitely
up.
must. That's a must.
I would cut up a hot dog. Mustard. I like that. You threw a quip in.
I did.
Threw a quip in. It's like a ding dong. So, yeah. Hello. I think that mustard is the right thing. I used to do ketchup when I was a kid. I'd chop up the hot dog. But
me too.
You go to some parks, they put chili on it, they put onions, they put pickles, they put all kind of stuff. You got a Chicago dog, they got all these dogs. And I got to tell you, I like chili and cheese on a dog.
Oh, absolutely.
Chili cheese dog's good.
Absolutely.
I'm all in on that.
Slaw. I've had hot dogs, put some slaw in there if I'm feeling a little creative.
Okay. A little crunch in it.
Yeah, that's the crunch. Yes, so it's a texture thing as well.
I like the chef show stuff.
But for me, with a hot dog, whatever condiment you put on there needs to have a little bite to it. And ketchup is, it's got a little bite. It's ketchup.
Yeah, it's ketchup.
But it's not like a mustard or a relish.
Right.
Where that.
Are you a bougie mustard guy or just straight yellow?
Straight yellow.
Okay.
I'm fine
You get that on a white shirt, it ain't coming off.
No, gone.
That stuff is in there.
That shirt is now in the...
it's permanent paint.
When I'm working on the lawn pile.
That's what happens. I mean, that stuff is not... It don't come off your lip that easy. I'm just saying. The stuff will stain on lip in a heartbeat.
No, standard yellow mustard. Good to go.
I just want to bring that up. Joey, he is a phenom of what he do. And it's amazing that here in America, you can make a good living. Just gorging.
I know. That is sad. Because
There's countries that one hot dog would be shared by an entire group of people.
Yeah.
And this man can eat 71.
We are gluttons.
We really are. And we celebrate it. America. and we do it on the birthday.
And this dude has been doing it for years.
A long time. And he's not 150,000 pounds. He's like 180 pounds.
I think there's some training involved with this actually, where you like an eating schedule leading up to it.
Drinking a lot of water is what I heard. I mean, that's what he said before. So I don't know. It's not like I heard it on the streets, but that's what he had said. It's a water thing.
On the streets.
A lot of water, yeah. So, anyways, what else did you do, man? Anything fun this past weekend?
Another rehearsal this Monday with the band. Went well. Sunday was the last day we filmed the rhythm section for a while. So me and Jeff have a break.
Yeah. For
our Sundays. Thrive Entertainment is thriving.
Good.
We're trying to grow.
I know that. So we're taping this on Wednesday.
Right.
It'll come out this coming Friday, 2 days.
Right. So
but
Thursday,
tomorrow in real time of where we're living, but yesterday and the day that it comes out,
Great Scott!
will be Thrive Entertainment.
Yeah. So I'm helping out Palmer Home for Children again.
Yeah, that's
our good friend Annabelle. They have every year something called Radiothon. I forget the radio station that goes there and broadcasts live from them, and they have activities with the kids. But then they reached out to me to see if I wanted to DJ it. So not sure how it works. We'll recap it next week.
Sure. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Bring that thing back up.
As far as how I fit in, me and the radio people fitting in with each other and making it all work. So I'm excited about it. Give me another opportunity to get out there and wear my new shirt and just help somebody out and get another rep. This is my fourth event.
Yeah, look, you don't get better if you don't practice.
Right.
And you got to get the reps in to be able to be really proficient at what you do. And look, here's the other win. I'm hoping for you, no generator.
Yeah.
If there's no generator there, immediately a better situation.
There should not be a generator in there.
Do you already have a song list figured out?
I'm going to tap into the one I did for the Palmer Hope Kids Zone.
Oh, okay.
That's already there. I know it's all safe music. Yeah.
No Glorilla? Yeah,
Glorilla.
Yeah, Glow. That's a Memphis phenom, too. She's out of Memphis.
Oh, really?
You know that? Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
Oh, Glow from Memphis.
Oh, Glow.
Oh, Glow. We go way back. We go way back. Yo.
Back it up, Glow.
Back it up, Glow. That's a good callback, dog. So you know what this past weekend was, though? It was my grandson's birthday party. His birthday's not yet, but we went ahead and did his party early. And several people come over. Got to be honest with you. In our house, the Ponderosa is just a gathering spot because, we got the backyard, we got the swimming pool. It just makes sense to do parties over there, kids swimming. Easy entertainment.
Easy peasy.
So
lemon.
Squeezy. And we put them out there, and guess who joins the party? Guess who? Guess who? Winston.
Oh.
Big doggy dog.
Now that I've seen this beast.
He big.
Big.
Yes.
And still a puppy.
8 months old.
100 plus pounds.
Easily. Yeah. Easily. Stands tall enough that he can see on top of the dinner table without even raising up on his toenails. Yeah. He can just walk by and just be like, hey, what y'all eating up there?
Grab your food.
Oh, that looks nice. I'm going to take I'm going to get a little taste of that. I'm like, boy, you better get your nose back. His nose is this big. I mean, his nose is this big.
He's a sweetheart, though.
Yeah, he is. But he doesn't know his size.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going with this. So the kid's out there swimming. And he can't wait. I've done told you, the boy likes to get in the swimming pool. I've got a picture. I'm going to try to pull it up. I want people to try to see this. If y'all on YouTube, and if you're not on YouTube, shame on YouTube, and get on over there. And
shame on YouTube.
You see how I did that? I threw it together. And get over there right now. Find you a spot. This dude did this. We did not do this. This dude did this.
Let me see.
He gets in the pool, and he wants to hang out with everybody. And that man done went over and got him a floaty.
Oh, that's so cute. The way he's looking at the screen.
I know. He's like, hey, he's like, what? What's up, y'all? I don't know.
So cute.
I don't know what's happening. Why y'all looking at me? I'm just enjoying my day. It's a beautiful day.
What a cutie. Oh.
It is too funny. So he literally will put his head in one of those floaties and walk around. He just walks around in the shallow end because he can touch and stand up out of the water in the shallow end. He just walks around, got the floaty in his head, and then occasionally he'll drink some water. Dude is crazy.
When me and LaShawn were over for dinner, he was always wet.
Always wet.
When we got there, he was in a side room. You guys,
it's his room. We call it his room. It's the laundry room, but we put him in the laundry room.
So he was drying off and not jumping on company coming in all wet. Then you let him out, all is good. And then he's outside bouncing around. Next thing you know, he's just laying in the hot tub part.
Laying in the hot tub part.
Just chilling.
Looking around.
Just looking around.
What's happening out there, man? You guys look hot.
Soaking in the water.
Yeah, this is nice over here. You should join me. And by the way, the hot tub is not turned on. So it's the same temp as the regular pool water because he would not get in the hot tub.
Why don't you turn the hot tub on?
Well,
we do turn it on for special moments.
Yeah, so it's you have to heat it with propane. It's hooked up to the propane. So rather than just run it all the time, run out the propane. If we're going to go use it, we'll turn it on and then the rest of the time I'll leave it off.
Yeah. How long does it take for it to heat up?
It depends on the temp outside. Yeah. If it's in the wintertime, which is usually when we use it, if it's cold out, maybe 45 minutes.
So you go out there, turn it on, boom.
About 45 minutes, it's hot.
Jump in.
Yep.
Steaming.
It is steaming, but that's what we did. The grandson, he thought it was great. All his friends thought it was great. They thought it was awesome.
Of course.
That Winston's swimming with the crew.
Absolutely. If I was their age, I would have loved that.
He thought it was great.
Absolutely.
And he cannonballs. Sometimes he'll just get so hot and he'll come right over and then he just steps off your So I wish we could get that on pictures or Cannonball too, but there's no way to predict when he's going to do that. So anyways, it's fun stuff.
So how old was your grandson?
He's going to be 6 in a couple days. His birthday is the 18th, I think.
Cool.
If that's wrong, please forgive me. I got a lot of birthdays in July. My mom's birthday was in July. My dad, rest his soul, is in July. My brother's birthday's in July. Grandson's in July. This is a lot of July numbers. They all run together.
And you share August with a lot of my family members.
Yeah, but none of mine. Well, no, that's not true. I do have a niece. I have a niece that it's the day before. Yeah, in August. Otherwise, all alone, the one to be with, the bone to be, train 205th.
So technically, I was supposed to be a December baby.
Oh, and you held on.
New Year's Eve baby.
Nice.
And then it was going to be a New Year's Day baby.
But you kept holding on to that umbilical cord.
I became a January 2nd baby.
Yeah.
In the evening.
Oh, wow.
Poor mom.
Yeah, no doubt. She's been struggling. Derrick in there with his little feet on both sides of the hips like, no, come out.
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable in here.
This is nice, man. It's cozy, y'all. So bring me something to eat. That's good stuff. Well, so in order to get ready, this is the part about the birthday party I thought was interesting. So in order to get ready for it, we always do a little cleanup. Do a little cleanup. Got a lot of people coming over. Some folks I don't know. There was people came I don't know because it's his friends. You know, they just invite folk, whatever. Just people showing up. So I'll go out there. Now, this is a public service announcement. For the people out there in the world, this is a public service.
Pay attention.
You need to know what I'm going to tell you, even though I know you already know what I'm about to say, because you already do it. And I didn't, and now I know, and I always will. Even though I knew, but I still didn't. But now I will.
Now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
That's what G.I. Joe say.
That's right.
So I'm out there and I'm pressure washing some of the area because dirt builds up on stuff. So I'm pressure washing. But I'm trying to hurry get this thing done because I got a little area I want to try to clean up so people coming out. And you don't worry about putting shoes on because you put shoes on,
they get wet.
They get soaking wet and they sloppy. So I'm just like, I'll hurry up. Ran that thing across top of my toes. That'll rip your toe off. You got to be careful. I don't know what explosion buttons you got over there, but that was
just this one.
Oh, yeah, is what I would say about it. Because that thing is legit. And you got to be careful. You run that thing across your skin.
I bet.
Straight pain. It's almost like a laser.
I like pressure washing reels out there where you can watch, like it's sped up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you just watch someone clean a full driveway or a sidewalk.
Whiter.
It's very satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
It is.
Turns out it's actually a good bit of work, though, if you're going to get down on it and, you know, make sure you're getting all the things. Shoulders, neck, back, legs, hip, all that. My buttocks even a little bit. Everything's sore. And then, of course, a toe. So now my toe's sore.
I mean, was the toe
It didn't rip
red?
the skin off, but it was very red.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It looked like, you know, I drug that thing across the
How
pavement.
did it feel? Did it make you go, ow?
I thought I ripped the skin off.
Did you go, ouch?
I think, listen, what was my word? Ah! That was it. That was it. That was the word.
Did the F word follow that sound?
I didn't even have enough time to think of a full, actual enunciated word. It was just it was more of a grunting, yelling sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've known Coach Camp several years now. Not once have I ever heard him swear.
You got to be freaking Karen. Oh, I'm just
freaking. Woo! Chill out, man.
I'm sorry, man. I got a little
Bring
out of control.
down.
I got a little out of
Bring
control.
it down.
Sometimes
Relax.
I get wound up.
Take a breath.
I know, right? Yeah. So, have you ever pressure washed?
No, I haven't, and it looks fun.
It
looks satisfying.
If you want to come try that and test the theory, I'll let you.
Yeah, okay.
I got a bunch of concrete area. I'll make you a hot dog.
I'm in.
All right, there you go.
For real.
Now, hot dogs,
I'd like to try that.
Hot dogs on the griddle and pressure washing.
I'm in.
Yeah.
For real.
You want to know who really did like it? And I'm for real on the for real.
For real.
You know who really did like it was our foreign exchange student, Andressa.
Oh, really?
She ended up doing our entire pool patio area, the entire spot.
Yeah.
She wanted to try it, and then she just kept going. And she just loved it.
Now, do you spray it down with something first to loosen up you
don't need to.
The grime or whatever it is you're washing?
I mean, you can use soapy products, but I just, that straight stream, you got different nozzle settings, and I've got it where it's like cut your face off straight stream, and I just get it about 4 inches above and just takes it all off.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy, but anyways, one other thing I wanted to mention, and I don't know what else you got to talk about. You have something.
I feel bad that I don't have anything. I don't know if I don't live a fun life.
I feel bad that all I got is words.
I forget. I did forget to mention that I did go swimming this weekend again with
you
LaShawn.
did?
Yep.
Same place.
Same place.
And still no cannonball.
I can't cannonball in that pool, dude.
Look,
I'll
seriously, when
break
you
my
come
butt
over,
bone.
then when you come over to pressure wash, we got to do our cannonball picture.
Yes.
That's going to be on our shirts for all the people, because people want that.
We're going to pressure wash.
Mm-hmm. Hot dog?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be hot and sweaty. I'm going to be done. The job's going to be well done. And then we're going swimming to celebrate.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to cannonball.
Yep.
Multiple times.
Okay.
And then when we're done swimming, pruned up.
Yep.
Then we'll eat.
Sounds good to me.
You like it?
What chips do you like?
Any. The crunchy ones.
Oh, that's easy. I can find them. That is not going to be a problem. So the soggy ones, I would stay away from them. And I found those before in a chip bag when I was young, because my brother apparently used to take the Doritos, suck all the cheese off, and then put them junks right back into the bag.
Oh.
Wrong. Yeah, the first time you put that in your mouth, you're like, oh, and it's over. Yeah, no
chip,
more.
Any chip, any kind of dip. I'm game.
We got you, dog, man. I got you lined up on that one. Hey, so the last thing I had written down here that I experienced this week. So I experienced stuff, and some things are interesting, some things are not. This might be interesting, might not be. My T-shirt this week, it's all about my Ranger cheerleading days. Used to be a cheerleader down at college. I found that shirt. I'm like, oh, that thing still fit. Look at that. Ooh-wee.
Ranger cheerleader.
I was only 18, 19 years old. I got this. No, I was probably a little older than that, 'cause this was actually
2018?
Yeah, this was actually a reunion we did.
Oh, okay.
It was a cheerleader reunion.
Were you the only guy in this reunion?
I was the only guy on the team.
Yeah.
I was the only guy.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, this was from,
yeah. And then how was it for the reunion?
It was cool. About half of us showed up.
Yeah.
It was at a Northwest football game.
Did you bring some fire while you were there? Were you very Coach Campish around everybody?
This is pre-Coach camp. 2018 was actually pre-Coach camp.
I know it's pre-motivate with Coach camp.
Sure.
But you've always been coach.
Well, yeah.
Whether you were even called Coach Camp.
I would like to say I thought I was being funny. Whether I was being annoying, I don't know. But I was doing things that made me feel funny.
That's what I'm saying. You were loud. Were you turned up when you were there?
I even had some video of it too, I think. The band came by, or some version of the band. They were banging on some stuff, and I was doing my dancing. Yeah. So they knew what's up. I'm not going to say I was legendary, but I will say I was well known because I was the only dude.
Could you do cartwheels and flips and stuff?
Not well.
Did you try?
No, only
not while cheering.
Not to be serious, but to be funny. Yes.
Rah, rah, rah.
It was more like a train wreck.
Did he just break his neck?
Yeah.
Oh no.
My secret sauce was I was able to get them fired up through the microphone, which is what I did. Which is not hard for you to see that, I'm sure. And I would start the cheers for the girls. They would all cheer, and then every once in a while they would drop a beat. They being like the people in charge of all the sound system stuff. I'd throw down, boy. I'd cut that rug up. I had some stuff happening.
I bet it was great. I mean, if you think about it, you are perfect for a male cheerleader.
I guess so. Only thing is,
your whole thing is about firing people up.
Yeah, I'm not picking on anyone on this one, but I did like girls still. That was another thing too. It's always like people like that's a misconception. Not all of them.
Yeah. Were you at the bottom of the pyramid? Or were you hoisting these ladies up?
I was trying to. Why'd you look at it? I had one rule though. I really did set this in place. Not that I had control over the rule, because they may have had something to say about it as well. But I never wanted to date a cheerleader that I was with.
Yeah.
Now, I never asked any, and I may have been turned down every time. Who knows? Yeah. But my thought was, I didn't want it to be weird if I dated one of them and then we broke up.
Yeah, of course.
So then you got to be around this person. You got to do stuff. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So I never wanted the weird thing. So my thought was, and this is really the math, and this is not even Common Core. This was real math back in the day. My thought was every girl has at least 5 friends. So if you take 12 girls and you multiply that by 5, that's 60 girls. So I have a pool of 60 women that I have an immediate connection with because so-and-so is going to say I'm a great dude and now I can go out with them.
Did that work?
Well, I ended up dating a girl from a different high school.
Okay, so that math didn't pan out for you.
It never did come into play. I ended up getting a girlfriend, and she went to like Bishop Burn.
Bishop Burn?
Bishop Burn.
Bishop Burn?
Yeah.
What's that?
Catholic school.
Bishop Burn.
Catholic school.
It's a southern twang on
Catholic school, yeah.
Bishop Burn.
So that's what ended up happening, and then it never came into play. But I thought it was good. I thought it was a good thought process. I felt like it was. Yeah. Last piece I wanted to tell you about, though, was my TV went out.
Okay.
This past week, and it reminded me of something. And this is nostalgic in a way, and a lot of people out there are going to remember this. And we may have spoke a little bit to this back in the day, but I'm gonna drive it home. So in my garage. It's almost like a man room. Like I have my treadmill out there, and I run on that. If I'm not outside, I'm running on that. So it gets used a lot. I mean, it's not like one of those that you just put stuff on because it's something to
and we've found out that at times you run on that treadmill naked.
I have done that at least once and got caught. So there's that. And I apologize to the world on that one because apparently that was very traumatic for some of the folks involved. But yes, I run on that thing all the time, and the TV out there. Now, if I'm running on treadmill, I mean, just to pass the time, I'll put it on TV. Sometimes put it on Netflix, watch whatever. Because now all of a sudden I'm running 5 miles. I don't even think about it. Just goes by. TV goes out. And it's a 55-inch. And it's been a while since I've had to buy a TV. A long time. I would say 7 years or more. It's been a while since I've had to buy a TV. So I'm like, all right, this thing's broke. Does it make sense to take it somewhere to get it worked on? Back in the day, I started thinking about it. You know, TVs in the 70s and before were furniture.
Yeah, tube TVs.
It was massive. You used it as a piece of furniture in the living room.
You didn't just replace it. You got it fixed.
It sat on the floor, and it took 4 people to lift it and move it, at least.
Oh, absolutely.
Then you go a few years down the road. Now, a 25-inch or a 32-inch screen TV weighs around 675 pounds. You put that on some kind of metal stand that's not going to collapse or fall, and you had to lift it up and throw your back out, your lower back all screaming. That's what TVs used to be. And a TV, if you got up to the 50-inch, 60-inch or more, you're spending $3,000.
Oh, big time.
It's the size of your wall in your living room because of all the accoutrement that has to go with it.
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
For the better.
Absolutely.
1,000 and more than the resolution.
So much.
Light, easy to use.
So I go to Walmart and I look for a 55-inch. 55. That's a big size TV to put on the wall in the man room. It was $188. That's real time. And I could pick it up with one arm.
Yeah.
I'm just like this. I'm like, it's been that long.
Thanks to you, I have a TV in my bedroom. Thanks to LaShawn, I have a TV in my bedroom.
I just have to hang it.
Thank you, LaShawn.
Yes.
For that wonderful gift. I think it's a 45-inch. But then you came and helped me mount it into the wall.
Yes.
And that was easy, wasn't it?
It was so easy, and it's so light.
And it's just up there doing its thing. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, growing up, my grandparents had that furniture television. It was massive. It
incredible.
Was,
my grandma did too.
And then what ends up happening is the TV finally is just dead. And then you buy a smaller TV that doesn't have all the furniture wood around it, and it's on top of it.
Stick it on top of the TV. I knew that's where you're going because that's exactly what happened at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not moving this thing. We'll just get a smaller one and put it on top of that thing.
But even just a standard old school tube television, you know, they're awkward. They're awkward. I mean, they were like, it's like carrying an air conditioner. It's just
literally.
It's heavy. It's wide, thick, tall. It's just, and throwing it in your car when you're moving somewhere. The moving of the television was always like, dude, this sucks.
I know. And if you had a big screen, it really sucked because then you're also worried about the tubes getting popped whenever you're trying to move it. So I was just, it's been so long since I bought one. I really had the big size and how cheap they are. $188.
They used to be thousands of dollars
for
a big flat screen. It was like the new thing. It was like epic.
Yeah. And
those are nothing compared to what you can get now for $100.
Who would have thunk we'd be talking about how cheap something is in 2025? You're just like, I remember when that was a nickel. Now $75.
Man, in my living room, I have a 65-inch. It's amazing.
And it's nice. I remember I've seen it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
When you put on wrestling in there, I feel like I'm in the ring.
That was $300, and I bought that in 2020.
See? That's
5 years. So I think I'm going to need to replace it soon. It's starting to, and I've gone into every setting possible trying to fix the brightness. But the brightness is starting to go away, and like the top half is starting to get, it's like darker in the top of the screen than it is at the bottom. But for $300 to get 5 strong years out of this, and it's still fine. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, these televisions are smart.
They are smart. You can just tell them stuff. They know stuff.
Very smart.
Yeah, they figure it out.
But all the streaming. Yeah. Get a Roku TV. It's that simple. It's just get a Roku, a few $100. Boom. You get your YouTube, you get your Netflix, you get anything you want to stream. It's all right there.
Yeah, you watch one documentary about turtles, and you got 5,000 turtle documentaries populating on your screen constantly.
Yeah.
Derp, 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 derp. But yeah, it's funny because whenever people used to break into others' houses, that was what your concern was. They stole the TVs. Burglars ain't even looking at it anymore. They just walk by like, I ain't worried about that stupid thing. It's going straight on to something different. TVs are no longer a commodity. It's like, whatever. That ain't worth it.
That ain't worth carrying.
Yeah, it's too much work.
I'm not going to be able to sell that in the market.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, wow. We got another one in here, brother.
Well,
we talked
fun.
about so much stuff.
I know.
And it's you. Thanks to you that you bring all these stories.
I apologize. You know, my brother said last night, goes, he talks a lot, Hunter. You're not going to get any words. I'm like, bro, that ain't always true. My Motivate show people at the top. It's Derrick. I take too much time on the mic.
No,
I apologize.
No, this is, yes, the Coach and Derrick show.
Yeah.
But I'll say it again. You are the star of this.
I don't know about that.
I come in here and I just try to mediate and manage your
tough.
stories and chime in when I can.
Yeah.
And then update people on maybe a few things.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I got to be honest with you. If you're not sitting across from me, I'm getting probably arrested because I'm off my meds or something. It's like, this guy's weird. He's got problems. He's talking to nothing. I need you. I need the viewers. I need the listeners. I need people to tune in. And I always need this. I always need you out there to Cannonball! Let's go!
We're going to cannonball soon because I'm going to pressure wash for you.
Come on over.
And then we're going to swim and have hot dogs and chips and coleslaw
Maybe
and
this
beans.
weekend. Maybe this weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see what our schedules look like.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be in the studio here Saturday.
We are. Maybe we go straight from here, straight to pressure wash, straight to cannonball, straight to hot dog.
Maybe we'll skip straight to the hot dog.
All right, maybe so. That can happen. That's fine. Sometimes it does that way.
Well, Coach, it's always fun.
Yes.
You know I love you, man.
Man,
this
love
is
you,
so
bro.
much fun.
This is good.
I don't think we did. We've hit 50 episodes, and boom, we didn't make a big enough deal about it.
I believe
I don't think we really spotlit that.
Yeah,
50.
That's a lot.
I think
more than the average.
This is probably 52, 3.
Yeah, we're climbing.
It's amazing, man.
It's gonna be 100 before you know it, and then 5,000.
And when we finally ramped back up after moving to, when did we start going weekly again? Is it after we moved?
January this year.
It was in January.
Yeah, straight up.
So we haven't missed a week.
Nope. We're doing it that way. And we're gonna be back again the next Friday.
That's right. Because we thrive in 2025.
We're thriving in 2025, and guess where you can always find these things? SRP Studios LLC.com.
MotivateWithCoachCamp.com.
And then I want you guys to continue to send us some viewer mail. I got some, but they really weren't that good. I'm going to bring it back next week. Actually, somebody sent me a nasty gram. I'll probably read that one. I like nasty grams too. So you can go to Cannonballing Life at gmail.com. Let's go. I like it. Send me something on Positive Voices too. Get in there and do something positive. I like that. It's a Facebook group, and the
link is in the description.
And
then right below that link is the link to the Venmo at Motivate with Coach Camp.
Send us a couple dollars, help us keep moving forward, and we'll make socks and headbands next.
Yes. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Holla, love you.
See ya.